One of the most difficult breakdown and predictions I've had to do this year, man. This is fight week. Welcome to B Marsh Boxing. Thanks for listening. This is the breakdown and prediction for this super fight we got coming up at middleweight involving Triple G, the WBA, WBC, and IBF middleweight champion of the world versus the lineal champion at middleweight, Sal Canoli Alvarez. All right, now this is a fight, like I said, man. Been thinking about this fight for like 2 months. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is actually a real 50-50 fight in my opinion. It's been difficult to find out, think, who's gonna win this fight, but no more beating around the bush, no more procrastinating. Let's get into it, man. Gennady Golovkin is, some declare him the best middleweight in the world. You know what I mean? Unofficially recognized as the undisputed champion at middleweight. You know what I'm saying? The man has 3 belts. Billy Joe Saunders has actually the WBO belt. A lot of people think that's easy work for the man, Canoli. I'm sorry, for Golovkin, if he does fight Billy Joe Saunders, especially with the way Billy Joe Saunders was, at least, let's say that now when did he beat Andy Lee? 2015, December. When he got his WBO strap, he was scared shitless of the man Triple G. He said he wants to fight it. He won't be ready for Triple G for another 3 years. You know what I mean? So that's actually why people just assume that the man Triple G is unofficially recognized as the undisputed champion at middleweight. Do I think he's the best middleweight in the world? I have to hold my reservations because the guy, Danny Jacobs, in my opinion, beat him. So I think Danny Jacobs is the best middleweight in the world. You know what I mean? That fight should have actually had a rematch because I had Danny Jacobs winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the trinkets. He ain't got the trinkets that Triple G has. But I do consider at least Triple G and Danny Jacobs number 1 and 2 best middleweights in the world. Now we'll see if Canoli, what he's trying to do in this weight division. His last fight was against Baby Chavez, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., Julio Cesar Chavez just came to collect a check. It was a very disappointing fight, very anticlimactic, and just a fight that I doubt I'll ever go watch it twice. I've seen it the night of. I doubt I'll ever go watch it again. You know what I'm saying? Doubt that. I can't even show a casual that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll be bored to death. If I want to show a casual a fight involving Canoli, I'll show him the fight versus Kirkland. Because that's what casuals like. And some hardcore fans, we do too. I like knockouts too, you know what I mean? But I'm also aware that knockouts don't always happen. So I'm also appreciative of a good effort as far as winning a decision. All right, now let's get into this breakdown and prediction. The man Canoli's, as far as hand speed, I think he has a faster hand speed. But the footwork, I think his footwork isn't quite the fastest of fleet. The man, in my opinion, does have slow feet, man, and you could go watch the fight versus Landy Lara, and you'll see, or Floyd Mayweather, you'll see how slow his feet are. You know what I mean? Gennady Golovkin, he himself isn't the fastest of his footwork. You know what I mean? And actually, his hand speed is not quite the fastest either. He's not very much a combination puncher unless he hurts you. You know what I'm saying? But he's more a guy who throws his jab, cuts off the ring. Throws right and left hooks to the body and to the head. Straight right hands, but he's mostly a hooker, you know what I mean? The man Canoli is a counterpuncher by nature, you know what I'm saying? He does have better head movement than the man Triple G, which Triple G, in my opinion, his head movement is like Sorang Vasai. It's almost non-existent, you know what I'm saying? But that's because, hey, they're willing to take a punch to give two, So, Canoli does have good body reflexes. His upper body movement is his best part of his defense because he's not going to get away with you with the lateral movement with his footwork, you know what I mean? He's going to be a guy who's going to be mostly there in the pocket, in the pocket with you, you know what I mean? And Canoli also has a habit of falling back on the ropes, you know what I'm saying? And trying to become a counterpuncher off the ropes, But if that's the case, I see Triple G. If the guy Triple G shows this guy Canoli no respect, especially since Canoli has toyed with the man for at least 2 years. You know, Triple G's been wanting this fight, but now he got it at 160. The guy got to treat this guy with no respect, cut off the ring, and just apply a relentless pressure. Same way Kassim Ouma put pressure on Triple G is the same way he got to put pressure on the man Canelo. I'm not sure about Canelo's punching power with this weight class. The Chavez Jr., Baby Chavez Jr. fight didn't really tell me much about his punching power, especially since the fact that he couldn't get him up out of there, you know what I mean? But it's also hard to get a fighter up out of there, knock him out or stop him when they're not trying to fight back. But that's not an excuse I'm going to give Canelo. I thought he should have still stopped him, because believe you me, if that was Triple G in the rig, I doubt that fight would have gone 12. Triple G is a full-fledged middleweight. His body is a full-fledged middleweight. Canelo is also, in my opinion, a full-fledged middleweight, but this is going to be his first time facing an elite level middleweight, you know. That's why there's so many numerous factors, man, and too many specifics that this fight is actually a toss-up, man. I'm not confident in my pick, but I'm going to do a prediction video regardless, because I'm either way, you know, win, lose, or draw. I just gotta give the people my opinions, you know what I mean? A lot of people be scared to make prediction videos. Believe you me, I know that. Because they don't want to look like they gonna get their prediction wrong, you know what I'm saying? Well, nobody's perfect, you know what I mean? I've had numerous fights that I wasn't confident in or that I didn't quite know. Like, for example, Jamal Charlo versus the Erickson Lubin kid. I ain't made my prediction for that fight, but that's gonna be difficult, you know what I mean? Also, so was J. Rock Williams versus Jamal Charlo. I picked Jamal Charlo to win because I seen flaws in the other kid, in the Philly kid, J. Rock Williams. But I wasn't so confident in Jamal Charlo because beating a 40-plus-year-old Kenan Bundridge didn't quite tell me much, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, about where he was at. But what he did against J. Rock, I became a believer. Canelo's a master champion at the Canelo weight, 155, you know. Look at the guys he beat. Liam Smith, got him up out of there with the body shots, you know what I'm saying? Amir Khan, he got him up out of there with a feint to the body and the right over the top, cocked that man right on the chin. Well, my point is, these guys are not elite level fighters. Amir Khan was fighting at a weight class 2 divisions above where he normally fights at. You know, but that's what I'm saying. When this guy Canelo fights legitimate competition, he don't stop him. And his fights are closer than what people anticipated, you know. Versus Cotto, I thought Cotto lost the fight, but it was a very close fight. It was just the punching power. Canelo just had more punching power, more accurate punches, you know what I mean, than the man Cotto. Then that's the reason why I had Canelo winning the fight. But believe you me, if that was Cotto who fought the Margarito, whether the first fight or the second fight, I think he would have got him, you know what I mean? I think he would have got him. Austin Trout, that was a close fight. Another guy who was an elite fighter at the time, of course, coming off beating guys like Miguel Cotto. And I thought that fight, if it wasn't for the knockdown that Canelo had, I would have had that fight a draw. So I gave Canelo the edge by 1 point. Versus Erislandy Lara, I had that fight 8 rounds to 4, maybe 7 rounds to 5, but no way in hell did I see Canelo winning that fight. And this is where the part where it's Triple G, if he's an elite fighter, he can win this fight, but he has to win this fight via stoppage, you know what I mean? He's going to have to give this guy body shots, give this guy Canelo a taste of his medicine. Let's see if he likes that, because Canelo, in my opinion, is one of the best body punchers in boxing. You know, Canelo is actually a guy who's learned a lot from his Floyd Mayweather loss, and he actually tries to emulate Floyd Mayweather, you know, especially with his pull counters, you know what I mean? That's what Canelo can employ, the pull counters, but he's going to have to be quick with the hand speed, especially when a guy like Triple G is trying to cut off the ring. Triple G got to get up on this guy. You see how he knocked down Danny Jacobs? Danny Jacobs was trying to run, okay? Trying to get up out of there with his footwork, moving backwards, but his footwork, he was moving too quick for his own self, and he got caught with a right hand and the left over the top, and boom, he went down. This guy, Triple G, has to be conscious and aware. I hope he's watched film on Canelo's footwork and how he places his feet, because he can do the same thing, especially with a guy like Canelo who's not a fast fighter. Canelo's advantages in this fight, in my opinion, is the counter punching, combination punching, body shots. If he can give the man Triple G, the body shots too, then he can also win this fight, you know what I'm saying? But he's going to have to employ them body shots, hard body, the way Danny Jacobs did. And Triple G was actually stunned by a few of them body shots. You could see him grimacing and almost doubling over. So this match actually will have to be a battle of the body shots, okay? Triple G will have to go to the body to set up shots for the head. Make this man Canelo drop his hands down, you know what I'm saying? Drop his hands down and tuck in his elbows to cover up his rib cage. And if he does that, then go to the head. And if he covers up his head, try to split the guard, you know what I'm saying? He's the bigger puncher, man. So I don't see why Triple G should not win this fight, you know what I mean? If he applies relentless pressure and knocks out guys the way he did Martin Murray, the way he did Rubio, all these other fellas he fought, David Lemieux, then he can actually get rid of Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Canelo, in my opinion, can win this fight if he goes the distance, if he uses the faster hand speed. But for Triple G should be able to know that this guy's faster hand speed and gonna try to throw combinations. Well, it's gonna be Triple G's imperative for Triple G to make sure that he punches this guy in between them punches, them combination punches, even if he takes one on the jaw, which in my opinion he does have a good chin, you know what I'm saying? He does have a good chin, and so does Canelo. I've only seen Canelo rocked once or really hurt bad once. That was by Miguel Cotto's brother. You check it. But I think Triple G, in my opinion, if he lets this fight go the distance, no way he's going to win this fight on the cards, man. He's not. He's not. One judge had a fight between Mayweather and Canelo. They had it a draw. You know what I'm saying? And that fight, it was a wide decision for Floyd. But one judge actually saw a draw. So Triple G should know he's the B-side. You're the B-side, my friend. If you win this fight, then Canelo will get a rematch. So if you want to make that buku guap, my friend, Triple G, you got to beat this guy. You know what I'm saying? Because if Canelo wins in the rematch, in the negotiations, in the contract, there's no rematch if Canelo wins this fight. You know what I'm saying? You're basically going to have to start from scratch, Triple G. You know, Triple G, oh man, this is do or die for him, you know what I mean? Do or die also for Golden Boy Promotions, but actually, you know, Canelo win, lose or draw, he still has Mexico backing him, and he'll be back. But Triple G does it. His margin for error is very slim, very slim. This fight actually could be like Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. We're gonna see a real technical fight, man. Because if Canelo wants to brawl with the guy, it's a wrap, man. If he wants to trade in the pocket with this guy, Triple G, he's gonna get his block knocked off. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, Canelo, like I said, he's not gonna be moving with the lateral movement. He's gonna have to be a counterpuncher. What else? What other attributes besides counterpunching? Counterpunching and combination punches does this guy have, and the body punches. Those are his best attributes. Triple G, in my opinion, has the power, the body shot game, the jab game, the hooks, and he can just split the guard, man. He can split the guard, and he's not going to have to cut the ring off, you know what I mean? You check it. You see how Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, like I said, very technical fight. The margin for error was very slim. That's why Floyd Mayweather didn't look versus Manny Pacquiao. He didn't look the way he fought versus McGregor, because he knows he can make mistakes versus McGregor. If he did against Pacquiao, he'd get his block knocked off. Same way right here with Canelo. Fuck around and make a mistake with Triple G, you're going to get stopped on your feet, or you're going to get put on the canvas. And in my opinion, I think I'm going to have to roll with Triple G, man. I'm not confident in my pick, but I'm going to have to roll with Triple G to win this fight. If it goes the distance, he ain't winning the fight. Even if he wins the fight on points, they're going to give the fight to Canelo, you know what I'm saying? So he's in a no-win situation if it goes the distance. So he has to beat up on the guy who's a shorter guy. This guy Canelo might rehydrate to 180 pounds or plus. He's going to be definitely a cruiserweight. Triple G, max he gets up to 172. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see, man. We shall see who's going to be quicker with the hand speed, and if that weight advantage that Canelo will have, we'll see if it'll be an advantage to him, you know what I mean? Because I still do believe the bigger, harder puncher is Triple G. So Triple G, in my opinion, has to win this fight via stoppage. I'd see around 10th or 11th round stoppage, you know what I mean? And like I said, This fight is a 50-50 fight. Canelo could win this fight on points. Even if Triple G really beats him, Canelo will win this fight if it goes the distance. So that's my prediction. Let me know what y'all think. I got Triple G winning via stoppage, 10th or 11th round. You know what I mean? Late round stoppage. But Triple G, I'm sure you know that you can't let this fight go the distance. If you do, it's a wrap. You ain't winning this fight. Be March Boxing. Leave your thoughts and comments. I'm Ghost.